welcome everybody. This is the Talk Your Soul podcast. This is our second attempt at doing the season wrap up. I apologize. The first time we had some technical issues, so we're doing it again. But anyway,
Season finale.
Yes,
your boy Abir. Yeah, your boy Abir over here. You know what I mean? Working on my yoga studio these days and stuff like that. You know?
Russell Simmons. Tag there, Russell Simmons.
Yeah, this is the actualization that I'm at now. This is the old ass yogi. You know what I mean? But happy Halloween, bro. It's Halloween. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I saw some trick-or-treaters out there. The best costume I saw virally today was Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston. Someone who had dressed up as Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston, and they were doing a little reenactment. Reenactment. Oh man, good viral stuff there. I know we grew up a little bit different, and I was wondering if, like, what was Halloween like in Park Heights? growing up, like what do you remember of the Halloween holiday, if anything?
I mean, it was just the trick or treating.
Okay.
That's all. Like trick or treating. There was always Halloween parties.
I mean, did your mom get the plastic mask that you had to like to lift up to breathe? Like, did you get some of them? Like, or
I mean, when I was really young.
Okay.
But I tried to be creative as I got older.
Okay, say more.
I mean, because I got tired of those little silly ass costumes, so I just tried to get creative with the costumes. So I would my favorite place to go would be like my grandfather's closet. I remember one time, I got like one of his old suits, and I kind of like ripped it and stuff. So basically, I was trying to make myself look like a zombie.
This is what I was telling Austin to go. Austin is going out tonight, and he's 17 years old. And I'm like, bro, like, this is like, you should you should have been done at 15. I understand your friends, run that block over there in Bridgeport, but like, that you guys were kids there, and like you're going back, But I recommended zombie because the girls would go like baby girl, like either grandma or you could dress up like as a homeless person, but like the new homeless person is like the new fentanyl addict. So like you could just like go as a zombie, like a fentanyl zombie, and that covers a lot.
Oh my God.
But back to you. Like, so you started to get creative. Would you outdo yourself like year to year? Would you try?
No. It wasn't like that, and actually. It didn't last long because after a while, like I just kind of got over wearing costumes and stuff in general.
Well, this year Halloween did not fall on a weekend. Me and Ghetto Boys were not trick or treat, and I mean, I grew up like in that era. I was definitely in the suburbs, in a housing development, so it was like all the riches. You know what I mean? Like the bag would just be so full, and then. In later years, my little brother and sister I would take them. So that was my way to like, still be doing it. Probably at an age where I probably shouldn't have been doing it anymore. But like, yeah, at that point, like I could use them as cover. Like I'm like, yeah, I'm going out with them. I loved it as a father. You know what I mean? Like coming home, with the scrubs on. I was just a doctor. I would just put the scrubs on and go right back out. Like this. I'm just going to be a doctor. I tell my patients I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV. But on Halloween, I was a doctor. You know what I mean? I was a doctor on Halloween. With the stethoscope. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this. One thing that I do remember is that we were willing to travel far and wide. So like you would find yourself like traveling miles, especially because right across Northern Parkway was where the Jewish community started. So you would venture your way up there, but there were certain places you just didn't want to go after dark. Like like I said, there were a lot of Halloween parties, and so a lot of kids just did that. But yeah, I remember we put a lot of steps in our quest for candy.
Yeah.
Like a lot of steps.
Definitely got to hit the better neighborhoods. And it's crazy because I remember driving around Park Heights when I first, be coming and going from the Beltway. And yeah, those Jewish like synagogues, like it's kind of like City Light Avenue. Like you're right there up on some real wealth. You're right there. You know what I mean? Like, you're not too far away from, some,
Yes.
some, where they're not giving out, Smarties and apples. They're giving out Snickers and Reese's. You know what I mean? Like they're giving up, the real, you know. What's the like? What was your favorite candy? Back then, like what is your favorite candy? My favorite candy out of like a 7-Eleven back as a youth was a whatchamacallit. For some reason, a whatchamacallit was like that and like an orange Sprite. Like that's all I needed in life. Like that was like the go-to. Like I would evolve, but yeah, like what was your favorite trick or treat candy?
Only because that this is the first thing that popped in my head. I would have to say Reese's Cups,
Yeah,
but I like.
I was about to say.
I mean, like it wasn't like a preference. It was just
they're delicious. I mean, what the fuck? Like you would
yes.
save them for last. Like you, like
I
you would
mean,
literally like.
And
you would do like
because
one of those a day to kind of like
see, yeah, because like some people would have like the regular size Reese's Cups, but most people would have like those little single serving little mini cups, and I would just try to like, oh my god, like don't let me see them in the basket, like, or you better not let me reach in the basket and get the candy because my hand gonna be in there for a while because I have the ability to feel them out. I don't need to look in the back. I know what they feel like.
Oh, the claws, the claws.
Yes,
Even then,
bro,
the claws were
I
going
know
in
what they
there.
feel like. I know what a Reese's cup feels like, and so my hand is searching for it automatically. So don't let me reach in there. But yeah, that and what is them candies? I can't remember the name of them.
Was it chocolate?
Yeah.
Not with the coconut. Not the
No,
not
no,
the
no,
almond
no,
joy.
no, not those. That's terrible.
I definitely like. I definitely like Reese's. And this is what the X generation. I feel like, well, this is what like I would like to share about the Halloween holiday. It's such like white people love it, black people love it. It's such a unifying American holiday, in the end. Like it's very American. This is an election year, but it's not like a big election year. Like I think we're just rooting, So I always remember trick or treating, with election day coming, and like I remember the Trump year, the first time he won. Like I remember seeing the signs trick or treating that year, and I was like, yeah. Like, this about to be close. This is gonna be like I could see, I would just read the tenor of the the signs,
Yeah, I'm not even going to
this.
go there today. I'm not going to go there today, but I do want to add, while we're still on the Halloween thing, that as an adult, my favorite thing is the haunted forest.
Ooh.
Yes. My favorite of those being Markov's haunted forest back in Maryland. It was like such a cool experience. It's like you go and there's like a general, we'll just call it a waiting area. So in this waiting area, they have like the concession stand, they have the DJ, and they have these. All right. This is the only way I can describe it. imagine you were imagine you had a campfire going.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got hit with the ray from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So now you're like tiny looking at this campfire. Now imagine what that would look like. That's exactly what it was. It was like where you would see normal like branches for the things burning. Like these were like whole logs that they had like stacked up to look like two big ass campfires. And they were just going. And it was just generating so much heat because it'd be cold out there in the woods.
It's cold. Halloween tonight's a little chilly. Halloween is a chilly night, but like don't let that joint be a warm night. And you got the rubber mask, bro. Like be like. He be sweating on that. Like my kids, I used to like, yo, buddy, let's take a break. Like take the mask off. Like breathe into your nose, out through your mouth. Like What I like about it is, I'll finish with this, that like eventually there's like, all right, so you're done trick or treating. You're hopefully in your 15, 16, 17. Now you have to wait, to legally drink. And so like, the adult parties come in your early 20s, like the fun adult parties. I was not at this party that I'm about to talk about, but like, I know someone who used to like, there was always a Halloween party, and one time he found himself in the hot tub later on that evening, tripping off E and just like, really having a great night as an adult, like some adult fun, like, trick or treat. Yeah, I mean, but let's move on.
It's more like trick and treat.
Yeah. That's when ecstasy was safe, guys. But like that's what I would have said. It's no longer safe. I did see a major drug bust in St. Lucia that had tons of ecstasy, and I was shocked. I was like, they still make that shit? Like that's still I thought it was all Fetty. But anyway, this is our season finale. We tried it before with technical difficulties. I listened to 4 of the episodes that are still on Spotify. You can hear us, iTunes, Apple Music. You can hear us. We got a YouTube channel. Don't forget about us on our socials. We're exploring some social media, fun stuff to do in our off season. And just Sixers are 4-0. Just want to let everyone know that. Like, we're the talk of the league, and it's real therapeutic for Phillies fans, to have like the hottest rookie out there playing, one of the hottest rookies out there. You missed that while you were on your little vacation. Maybe the Sixers are popping, and they play the Celtics tonight. Like Sixers, Celtics, Friday night, South Philly. Yes. So yeah. It's basketball season, you know what I mean? And the league
not in my brain. Not in my brain. As long as football season is on, that's all I can think about.
There's that. We'll skip over that season for now.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I'm just saying.
Yeah. But I recommend to the listeners, like, again, one of my favorite episodes ever was the 420 episode. Like, you guys really need to go back on Podomatic and check us out from the beginning. It's informative. It's entertaining. We are brothers. It's authentic. So tap in and feedback. What was one of your favorite episodes that we ever did? Those episodes we did on 50 were great. Like, I went back and listened to them. Like, those are some real. There's some, it's not perfect. Just like Allen Iverson's not perfect. Shout out to him. That's an amazing documentary. You guys need to be watching on Netflix right now. There's like a 3-part doc on AI. It is
on Amazon
very
Prime,
well. Amazon Prime, excuse me. and it's very well done. Like I'm on the second one, and I've seen them all, like all the Iverson stuff, and I lived it, and I even was enlightened and entertained. Like there's new perspectives. Like his dad, like Iverson had a dad. Guys, just like we always thought, like his dad was actually in and out of his life, and is in this documentary. Yeah, they really did a good job of showing how he was a football player first. They really gloss over that, in most of these, anything that's AI. He was such a basketball icon that, like, in Newport News, Virginia, he was a football legend. Like Michael Vick looked up to Allen Iverson, aka Bubba Chuck, one time. So yeah, you guys, AI's 50, and you guys should literally watch all our episodes about 50, wealth, just popular aspects of 50, and health is wealth. And I know you can testify to that, my brother. How are you feeling right now? At this very moment, as I would ask my patient, hot off the press right now, how you feel?
I don't know, a little tired, but
okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into my recent, what you call it, vacation or whatever it was that you called it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all good. It's good to see you.
Just know that I am all right.
And if you ever miss us, that's a good point. Like I was missing the pod. I was like, if you ever miss us, like look for us on YouTube, man. We're like, shameless plug, shameless plug, shameless plug. This is the plug episode. You know what I mean?
I want to talk about going forward.
Yeah, say more.
I want to talk about going forward because we talk a lot about streaming live.
Yeah.
And, we technically have the ability to stream live here, but we were talking about using something to maximize its potential. And so, just to put it out there in the ether, we'll be attempting to stream live from TikTok, at least TikTok. I think we could probably try to do it from YouTube as well, but it'll probably be better to do it from TikTok.
I think so. I think so. I think we need to like that's a worthy TikTok use of time. Hanging out with your boy. No, but like, what was your favorite episode that, like, or one of your favorite episodes that we've ever done? Like, like that in your mind. Like, do any stand out? Taxi Cab Confessions. That was
that's the main one. That's the main one. I mean, I think it's just because I don't know. Like that was I tell that story a lot, but I think telling it in that manner, it was a little enlightening.
It was crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. I've known you for so long and like had never heard that story before. Like, that was crazy. That was crazy to be hearing that story for the first time live. So yeah, go back and that was a great episode. I definitely, want to still think about interviews. I'm realizing my cousin, as I'm falling back from social media, you know what I mean, and doing some cleansing from social media, like I'm realizing, my young cousin is, he reminds me of DJ Sabir 2018, just like going live, just like talking sports, talking politics, talking whatever, just like talking his soul, essentially, you know what I mean? And I'm like, and he tried to pod with his homies a couple times, and I support his clothing line, create your own stereotypes. So yeah, my cousin, I think, we might come back. I'm gonna tap in with him and see if he wants to hop on for sure. He's in Denver, so like things are doing Denver when you're dead. So like we would be covering that part of the country. We got Vegas, we got the East Coast, we got Nat in the Himalayas of West VA. You know what I mean? So if you guys want to check in from different parts of the country, you know what I mean, check us in on our socials. Like people have hit us up wanting to do stuff, but we want to do it right. And things, time zones, everything's got to be organized. But this episode not as organized. You know what I mean? Did did you? Okay. So you didn't get rest. You didn't get rest on your vacation. So yeah, you need to get rest. I definitely want you to do that. Um, I've been trying some interesting yoga poses, guys. Just fun fact. Like, listen, this is what I want to.
Yeah,
This is what I
let's
want to
talk
ask.
about that.
Okay, let's. Okay,
You and
this
this
is all right.
yoga.
All right. So let me just ask you: when is the last time you tried to stand on one leg and like do like the do
I
do
don't
the
know. I
drawing
do
where
it
you do
I do it randomly. It's not
like the
like I do
drawing?
it.
Well, that's the thing. Like I realized, like in the course of getting dressed, like you do it. Like it's part of getting
No,
dressed.
and I don't mean that. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about that pose. I do it
No, not.
randomly, like
But
with your
like just
leg brought up. I hold on. I'll
yeah.
show you. Hold
No,
on.
okay, go ahead.
Let me back up some.
Let me check my notes.
You talking about this pose? Whoa. Well,
Whoa, exactly. Yeah, your joint is yeah. Nah,
yeah.
it's the joint. It
Was
well, all right, that's where I'm going. But like I realized just in a more simplistic form, like, all right, remember back in like gym class when it was just like, all right, everybody loosen up, like, bring your leg back and hold your leg. Like that joint. Like if you just just bring it back and just try to hold it and balance on the one leg, like first of all, you realize that there's probably differences in your body, right versus left. Like there's probably a side that's way better than the other side. And like,
well, yeah,
so
yeah. I know what you mean. I think I think on some level I might be used to that because that was that was part of the stretching and conditioning thing that we did in basic training. Like you had to like
yeah,
the four quadrants. We had to
yeah,
hold the leg up.
exactly.
Yeah, the whole nine.
So yeah, so
I
in
will
our in
say
my
this, not
good.
to cut you off. I will say this. The little demonstration just now just let me know that I'm way past all that.
That's what I'm saying. This is my point. And that's my point. That's my point is like just the other day, like I was like, let me just try to do that real quick. So I just intentionally just kind of just stood and just like, had the one leg back and I'm just like seeing how long I can before I got to touch the wall and I realized that like in the yoga philosophy, that's what part of it is. Just as a layman, as someone who's not, I don't really understand this shit, but so much. Um, that it's about connecting your mind to your body and in that process like the mindfulness that's part of it but there's also a physical benefit part to it, you know what I mean? So often now I find myself in the morning often off the bake, you know what I mean, just doing random stretches throughout my morning. I might knock some out in the bathroom, knock some out in the hallway, knock some out in between a little bit of paperwork, like I'm doing all these poses and shit, like, and trying to get balance. And my theory is that, like, maybe if I actually get physical balance in my body, that I will be able to combine it with the balance and peace that I'm actually trying to attain in my real life. And that maybe that's what they're into, Russell, when he's doing all that shit and like like maybe that's what it's all about is like actually just being that vessel, of like now you're completely connected to the forces. Back to our force episode, one of my favorite. I started with that. I started with the force episode because like I feel like that was some of my best work. You know what I mean? Like there was like definitely a mic drop moment in that John. You had a mic drop moment, I think, in like the health the the health is wealth episode, when we were talking about the mental aspect of health, like you definitely had a mic drop moment. You definitely talked your soul in that, John. So yeah, guys, this is the episode to plug all the other episodes. Go back, watch them. You know what I mean? Listen to them. You know, it's enlightening. You know what I mean? And we're not pundits. We're living this life with you guys. You know what I mean? So yeah, in these tough times, be the best version of yourself, as I always say. Like, do that. Do that. Upload all your apps. Your body is the best computer ever built. It's a series of apps. Make sure all the firmware, every system, your urinary system, your heart system, your mental system, like make sure all the systems are upgraded for these times. And your iPhone, that is your body, you will survive. They will upgrade you. We will continue to be upgraded. iPhones are still, it doesn't matter who the president is, they're still going to be making iPhones every year. You know what I mean? They're going to be making better phones every year, and we need to be better every year ourselves. That's the yoga philosophy that I want to share. Like, yeah, get into that shit, and like, yeah, try to stand on one leg. see how you do at 50. See how you do at 50. And if it isn't good, as your physical therapist, as your viral physical therapist, I would say do it again until it gets better. Keep doing it every morning. The hard work is where growth happens. Remember that, guys.
What he said.
Mm-hmm. And that's one blunt. That's like half a joint. That's not even like the wisdom that I spew off of too. Oh my gosh. But yeah, guys, we're just having some fun here. I'm trying to think of anything that we need to tap into. Yeah, we're gonna stay away from politics. We're gonna stay away from sports. Social media wise, nothing's popping. So yeah, it could just be I was thinking about there was one thing that we talked about of significance that was never recorded on a podcast, and that was the Shador Sanders conversation, which I send you to TikTok for that, and YouTube. Yeah, so it's week what? What is this? Week what? Coming up?
8.
You can at least tell me. All right, so it's week 8. It's week 8 or 9. I think I think I'm still saying Shador's he's gonna get a look. It's gonna be like the third to last game, whatever week that is. So I think we're gonna see him in one of the last 3 games of that season. That's still my prediction. I'm gonna stick with that at week. But for all those guys with all your teams, realize that it's very early in this fight, and I'm learning through my fandom, better emotional intelligence even with my fandom, and realizing that again, that in any present opportunity and on any given Sunday, basically that whole thing, anything can happen at any time. It's all about who's more present and accountable. You know what I mean? There's that, and that's just life, and life does go on. The seasons keep coming. You got to be a squirrel putting away nuts for November sometimes.
Well,
it could be pistachios. They could be pistachios. They could be pistachios.
Not the nut stop. You can go ahead and put the bag back on if it's called the nut stop. We're not promoting that. We're not going to promote that.
Yeah, no, those. My mom brought the jaws up.
While we're still on the Shador conversation, I saw yesterday where someone on social media had posted, basically they were asking, when are we going to start boycotting the NFL over Shador Sanders? And I wanted to ask you, do you think he is worth going that far for?
I think it's important to be, again, unwoke to that it happened. That it was a truth, that it's something that we'll now probably see a documentary on one day, or something that that there was, just like the AI, there'll be a deep dive on this one day. And I think that just know that something happened. Do we have to go to war? No, there's other causes, or metaphorical, protest war or whatever. There's other causes that are more important than that going on right now. I don't want to get too much into them, but yeah. Oh, it's just remember our people in Jamaica that are underneath water right now from an environmental disaster. You know, uh, they need help, so let's not forget about them. Because we love going down there to take pictures for the gram, don't we, guys? When it's not we love Jamaica. We love the Jamaicas. We love all the Caribbeans.
We love the islands.
All the ends, the Jamaicans, you know what I mean? Like we love them. We love them.
Good people, good people.
Yeah, my guy
No,
is
I feel you
wilding.
though,
My guy
and
is
I think that's my mindset. Just going back to what I asked you, like I don't think this Shador Sanders is. I don't think his situation is worth going that far, mainly because of we got some real life shit happening, and
yeah.
in the grand scheme of things, this is not something that's going to have a nationwide impact. This is only something that's just going to affect us as Black people because we just want to see it. But
That's the point.
nobody, I don't think
The
people,
culture is the
yeah,
culture
the
is still
cultures
watching the
demand,
situation. We're
yeah.
still monitoring the situation. We definitely are.
I mean,
Yeah.
and
We knew it
I would
happened.
just say this. I would just say this. Um, you know what?
I
Never
think
mind.
I think I think I think I think I think I saw something where one of the ownerships, someone from the brass of the Cleveland Brown organization, their grandkids were on the sideline with Shador Sanders jerseys on. You
Oh,
know,
it was the owner. The owner.
yeah.
The owner had one too. He had on a
Did
Shador
he? Are
Sanders
you
jersey too.
serious?
Yeah, yeah. Like the owner. And that's the part that I would say is messed up about the whole thing, because the owner is like trying to stay out of it, but I feel like he wants to like
Is
interject.
he?
Yeah, I feel like
Okay.
that's what he's doing. I think it's like he keeps trying, or at least early in the situation, he kept just deferring and just like, this is a coach's decision. This is like he just kept doing that. But you could
Yeah.
tell
Okay. It was
like
it's a
he likes
okay.
Shador, but he didn't want to, I guess, be the coach, the owner that was just gonna like overstep the coach and do all that. So now I think
He's
him and his family wearing the jerseys to show their support. It's like, we want you to put this man in, but I can't tell you to do it. So look at this jersey and get it together.
That's because it's the money. It's the money, black dollar. It is beyond that because we support. Once we support, everyone supports. Like because we're the culture, and so he knows that this is about money, man. Like giving him a fair shake in the end, and like you know is probably a good investment. You know what I mean? In his bottom line, like his grandkids, probably, their college education is probably already paid for, but like their weddings, my daughter got engaged. Shout out to her. Like their weddings and all that stuff will be, funded by like smart decisions. Most could be. Like I said, owners are very rich, we're very very wealthy to our episodes before.
For
But yeah,
sure,
that's
for
all we
sure.
got for you. Uh, you know, we'll see you next season. We're gonna see you on the socials, and
Well,
health
I
is
still
wealth. Happy
believe I
Halloween.
still believe that we need to do content in between these standard episodes. Like we need that. I
Yeah,
just think we need to always be
that's what I'm
present.
saying. I want TikTok and YouTube. I think like we discussed off air. Like I think the TikTok idea will, is kind of low tech ish and might be effective. Yeah, like which is what I love. I mean, I started my radio station with an MP3 recorder and a computer microphone, a computer speaker. Like it was super low tech. and I was recording just to see what would happen. And I'll finish with my my oldest hip hop memory, which I don't think I've ever shared, was I touched on it one time, was being on 1203 Markley Street, Power 9 at 9, waiting for my favorite song to come on. The clock radio was playing Power 99, and I had my mom's tape recorder with the red and play button recording ready to go to record Jam on It. My like I was just waiting. So like very low tech, very very techie, but like very just experiment, just to see what will happen. So yeah, we're gonna experiment on TikTok, guys, I think, and look out for that. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got too. Thank you for rocking with us. That I will say.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note, we'll see you next season. Peace.
Peace.
Shout out to W.